You ever get that feeling that someone just gets what you're thinking? Like they're one step ahead, almost reading your mind? Yeah, that's probably not magic, it's psychology. And believe it or not, there are some psychological tricks so slick, so sneaky, that they can influence how you think, feel, or act, without you even realizing it. Some are used by marketers, others, manipulators, and a few, just clever hacks for life. But once you learn them, you'll never see the world the same way again. Let's dive in. The foot in the door technique. Let's say someone knocks on your door and asks, "Hey, can I put this tiny sticker in your window to support recycling?" You think, sure, why not? It's just a sticker. A week later, they come back. "Hey, since you're already supporting recycling, would you mind putting this giant lawn sign out front?" And suddenly, you're that person with the billboard-sized sign about saving the planet. That's the foot in the door technique. It works because once we say yes to something small, we feel kinda locked in. We want to stay consistent. It's basic human psychology. Our brains don't like being seen as flip-floppy. This trick plays into our self-image. If you say yes to something small, you start seeing yourself as a helpful or supportive person. So when someone makes a bigger request later, you're more likely to agree just to keep being that same good person. Salespeople, influencers, even your friends sometimes use this. So next time someone asks for just a minute of your time, think twice. It might be the first step to a bigger ask. 2. The door in the face technique. Now flip it. Imagine someone says, "Can you donate $500 to our charity?" You're like, "Whoa, no way." Then they go, "Okay, how about $10? Suddenly, that $10 seems reasonable. That's the door in the face trick. They slam you with something huge first, expecting you to say no. Then they back off and offer something smaller. And you're more likely to say yes because it feels like a compromise. The psychology behind it is rooted in guilt and reciprocity. When someone lowers their demand, you feel like they've done you a favor. So, in return, you feel obligated to accept the second offer. It's used in negotiations, dating, even in job interviews. Ever have someone say, "We usually pay $0 for internships, but we can offer experience?" Yeah, that's it in action. Even in relationships, someone might suggest a wild vacation, then settle for something local. You feel relieved and generous agreeing to the smaller request, even if it wasn't your idea to begin with. 3. The illusion of choice. Here's a clever one. Give people options to make them feel in control, even if all those options lead to the same outcome. Picture this. You're at a cafe. The barista says, "Do you want the vanilla latte, caramel macchiato, or mocha?" What you don't realize is they're all upsells, more expensive than regular coffee. But since you chose, it feels empowering. That's the illusion of choice, and it's everywhere. Menus, streaming services, politics, even your dating apps. Ever notice how you scroll Tinder for hours, feeling like you're in control, but it always ends the same way: ghosts and pizza? This trick works because humans crave autonomy. We want to believe our decisions are our own, even if they're guided subtly. Smart businesses use this to nudge you in the direction they want, while still letting you think it was your idea. Politicians do this too. They offer two policy options that differ in wording, but have the same effect. You pick one thinking you're influencing the outcome, but they engineered both. The Zagarnic effect. Ever watch a show on Netflix, and the episode ends on a cliffhanger? Your brain's screaming, "Just one more episode." Next thing you know, it's 3 a.m. and you've time-traveled through 4 seasons. That's the Zagarnic effect. It's a psychological loop. Your mind remembers unfinished tasks more vividly than completed ones. Bluma Zagarnic, a psychologist in the 1920s, noticed that waiters could remember unpaid orders better than ones already served. Once something's finished, the brain lets it go. But if it's incomplete, it lingers like an open tab. Marketers use this when they say limited stock or just one step left. Social media uses it with unread messages or notifications. Game designers? Masters of this trick, they keep your brain just unsettled enough to crave completion. Writers use this too. Ever read a blog post that ends with, "In part 2, we'll uncover the shocking truth"? That's the Zagarnic effect working overtime. Your brain itches until the story feels resolved. 5. Mirroring. Ever notice when someone starts copying your body language, like leaning in when you do or smiling when you smile? That's mirroring, and it's a subconscious way people build trust. We're wired to like people who act like us. It creates a sense of connection, familiarity, and understanding. This trick taps into the mirror neuron system in our brains, basically the part that fires up when we observe someone else's behavior. When someone mirrors you, your brain interprets it as "we're the same," and it builds rapport without you realizing it. This is why interview coaches tell you to mirror your interviewer's tone and posture, or why good salespeople will subtly copy your gestures. It's also a dating trick. When someone likes you, their body often mirrors yours without them even realizing it. It's powerful. It can even be used in conflict resolution. Therapists use mirroring to build trust with patients. Next time you're in a tense situation, try matching the other person's tone. You might be surprised how fast the mood shifts. 6. Anchoring. Let's say you walk into a store and the first thing you see is a jacket that costs $500. Then you spot another one that's only $150. Suddenly, that $150 jacket feels like a deal. That's anchoring. The first number you see becomes a mental reference point. Everything after that gets judged based on it. It's why restaurants show the most expensive wine at the top of the menu. It's not because they expect you to buy it, it's to make the $40 bottle seem reasonable by comparison. Anchoring works in everyday life too. You meet someone and they tell you their GPA is 4.0. Suddenly, yours feels average, even if it's great. Your mind uses the first piece of info as a baseline, and it distorts how you see everything else. So if you're ever negotiating a raise, go high first. Set the anchor. Let them adjust. And don't be fooled by retailers showing original price, $300, now only $199. It might never have been $300. They're just anchoring your perception of value. 7. The spotlight effect. You ever trip walking into a room and feel like everyone saw it? Hate to break it to you, but they probably didn't even notice. That's the spotlight effect. Your brain assumes everyone's paying attention to you way more than they actually are. This happens because we're the center of our own world. We see everything from our point of view, so we overestimate how much others notice us. In reality, most people are too busy thinking about themselves to care. Understanding this trick doesn't just make you more confident, it makes you freer. It quiets that inner voice that screams, "You're embarrassing yourself." So go mess up. Dance badly. Laugh loudly. No one's watching that closely anyway. Remember that people are often so worried about how they look, they don't have time to worry about you. That awkward comment, forgotten in minutes, that stain on your shirt, they never saw it. Breathe easy. 8. Social proof. You're at a party. There are 2 food tables. One is packed, the other, crickets. Which one do you walk toward? Probably the busy one, right? That's social proof. When we're unsure, we look to others for cues on what's right. It's why apps show you how many followers someone has, or why reviews are gold for businesses. If people see others doing it, they assume it must be good, even if it's not. Think about laugh tracks in sitcoms. They're literally fake people laughing so that you'll laugh too. Or viral challenges online. Once something gets traction, we follow the herd. But here's the trick. Social proof can be faked. Bots, paid reviews, manufactured hype. Don't fall for the crowd every time. Sometimes the empty table has the better snacks. You can even use social proof in your own life. Want to boost your credibility? Show that others trust you. Testimonials, likes, shares, they all shape perception. 9. the because rule. Here's something weird. People are way more likely to say yes if you give a reason, even if it's a dumb one. A Harvard study had someone try to cut in line for a copier. When they just said, "Can I cut in line?" only about 60% agreed. But when they said, "Can I cut in line because I need to make some copies?" nearly everyone said yes. Even though, duh, it's a copier line. Of course you need to make copies. But our brains latch onto the word because like it's magic. We're conditioned to see reasons as valid. Because signals logic and purpose, even if there's none. So next time you want something, ask and give a reason. Any reason. Because I'm in a rush. Because I have class. Even because I said so. You'll be surprised how often it works. It's also used in parenting, leadership, and sales. Don't just command, justify. It makes you seem more reasonable, even if the outcome doesn't change. 10. The Pygmalion Effect. Imagine a teacher believes a student is gifted, even if they're not. That student starts getting more attention, more encouragement, and guess what? They actually start performing better. That's the Pygmalion Effect. Expectations shape reality. When people believe in you, or when you believe in someone, it changes behavior. Confidence grows, risk-taking increases. Success becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Teachers, coaches, bosses, anyone in authority can use this to boost performance without even realizing it. But it works both ways. Negative expectations can lead to poor performance too. So surround yourself with believers. Be the person who expects greatness in others. And most importantly, watch the stories you tell yourself about you. Because sometimes the trick isn't being manipulated by others. It's how we manipulate ourselves. Now that you know these 10 psychology tricks, the question is, how will you use them? Will you protect yourself from manipulation, or will you start using them to your advantage? Either way, you're now playing on a whole new level. Stay sharp. If you're into psychology and understanding how the mind works, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more.